Hello. I hope this microphone is working. I wanted to give a little comparison of the Nutribullet 1200 blender personal blender. Also, it has a blender. It was a personal blender combination Nutribullet with my old 900 watt personal Nutribullet blender. So this is the 1200 watt, my new one, and this is the 900 watt. Let's see the height difference here. Oops, sorry about that. So the new one is about 2 inches higher, maybe, if you need counter space. This one used to fit under my counter, but this one does not. I wanted to do this video because there are a lot of differences. So I had this 900 watt personal Nutribullet blender for many years. Like, I don't even know how many years. And it finally, I think I killed it. I killed it. The motor. I killed the motor. It takes a lot to kill the motor, but I killed it. But I had it for many, many years. I don't even know how many years. But I'll tell you how I killed it. So I had to buy a new one because I make smoothies every day in my Nutribullet blender. Every day. I make one every morning, and then I drink it throughout the day. So I needed to replace it. And then I looked online, I looked at YouTube videos, and I decided to get this 1200 one because it sounded more powerful than the 900, so I thought I'd be happier. Well, it turns out it's just a completely different machine. Like, it's kind of no comparison. So some of the things are, okay, the personal blender, what I do with my smoothie is I fill up the ingredients I want. You see how it's kind of cloudy? This is the brand new clear container. This is because you can never really get this clean. It kind of builds up over time. So I don't know if this one will do the same thing. It seems like it's cleaning much easier, this container. This one, not so much, obviously. But so I would fill it up. I fill it up with orange juice, and I put carrots, celery, kale, frozen blueberries or frozen pineapple. I put green powder. I put creatine powder because I lift weights, and I put protein powder, and then you screw on the top, the prop, and then you put it on. There's little holes to indent. You push, and then you push and turn, and you hold it. I think you hold it until it's done. Now, what I started having problems with is it started getting really moldy in these crevices in here. There's like a rubber washer that got moldy. I couldn't clean it. I took out the rubber thing. I tried cleaning it a number of times. I finally ordered like a replacement bottom and rubber things. Well, it never kind of worked well after that. Like, even before that, like it would leak. I would push it, use it, and the liquid would leak into the bottom, and then I'd have a mess in here, and I'd have to rinse it, turn it upside down. It was a mess. And then with the replacement, it never quite sealed correctly. It would leak again out of this bottom into this bottom, and every single day. So what I started doing is, and then you have to be really strong to turn this hard enough so it doesn't leak, and I don't have that kind of strength, because then you have to open it. It's really hard. And so I started pushing, turning, and holding it down to prevent it from leaking. And I think that's how I burn out the motor. It was a mess every day, but it was powerful. It always worked really well until it died. And it just took 30 seconds to blend up a smoothie. You did have to like shake it while it was blending, or stop blending, shake the whole thing, and to get it to blend completely. But it did a great job. Very powerful. But a mess in its later years. I just couldn't stop it from leaking from here into here. So I thought I would try something different. So I got this new 1200 watt model. What I'm finding, number one, the 1200 watt model is a lot louder. Like, it's super loud, super loud. Be prepared. It's taller, so it's different under your cupboard. It's just a completely different machine. Like, it's kind of not even close. The blade is not as effective. Look how different those are. These are larger blades. This one's a lot smaller comparison. And it's not as effective. The blade is not as effective. This one works better and quicker and a little quieter, but this one has a different system of twisting it on. Once you twist it on, it seals completely, whereas this one didn't so much. It's very self-contained. And then you just place it on here, twist the bottom to where it clicks. And it's not plugged in right here, but if it's plugged in, you push the on, it lights up, and then all these light up, and then it's ready to go. And then what I learned out of experimentation is all you do is push this extract button, and it does the whole thing all by itself, like it's its own machine. So what it does, it goes pulse, pulse, and then blends and makes a lot of noise for, I don't know, 20 seconds. Stops, it pulses again, and then runs itself again for about 20-30 seconds or so, maybe a minute, until it stops all by itself, and then it's done. And then you just click it off. I turn it upside down, I open it. So far, no leaking at all. It's a whole different sealing system rather than going an internal, everything screws on. This is all sealed up. So I have had, so far, no leaking at all. So what I found is this is much noisier. I don't think it's as efficient of a blade because I tried different speeds and just doing a smoothie on the different speeds, and it did not get things all crunched up and smooth just by using the speeds. Finally, I just hit the extract and it did it all by itself. So with this one, you push down and you hold it as long as you think and can tell that it's smooth out. You kind of do it by yourself after knowing it for a while, and it doesn't take very long, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. This one takes like a whole minute. And it's not supposed to run more than a minute, but it does it all by itself. So it's not as an efficient blade. It doesn't smooth out as well, but the seal is much better. It does it all by itself. Once it does it all by itself, it's more liquid than this was more kind of chunky, smooth, like a thick smoothie, which I like. I'm getting used to the very thin smoothie, which it turns out, because I really enjoy no mess and easy cleanup. I'm really enjoying that. And I think it's much easier for me. You don't have to put the effort into how hard you seal it, and holding it down as you turn and hold. It takes a lot of upper strength to work this. If you're maybe a person with less upper body strength, if you're an older person with not good strength at all in your hands or upper body, this is not a good machine for you. This is much better. I mean, I'm strong, but my grip isn't as strong as it used to be. But this is so much easier. It's you don't need strength as much at all. It's easy, much easier to use. This I would not recommend for a senior, less ups, or anybody with less strength, because it's hard, but it's very efficient and it's quieter. So that's my kind of review. I have not tried the blender that comes with it, and I have not tried to make anything other than smoothies yet. But that's my smoothie impression. I hope that helps somebody out there. Okay, bye.